everybody, welcome back. We're going to film my February 2026 monthly plan with me in just a little bit. I wanted to show you what January looks like so far. We still have a few more days left in the month at the time that I'm filming this, so not everything is filled out. I do still have some bits of this Caress Press kit left over. So I'll fill those in as we get to the very end of the month, especially with this like decorative box. I can't decide if I want to put it over here or if I end up starting another book before the month ends, I'm going to put it over here because that's how I marked my reading for the month. And I'm trying to reclaim the idea of like a planner in progress being okay. Because obviously with my weekly views, like I focus a lot on finished memory keeping spreads where like everything is done and settled. But with the monthly views, I'm really trying to leave space to not only plan ahead, but also to kind of just take it each day as it comes, and not every day has to have something marked if there wasn't anything that significant. Or if we're at the end-ish of the month and I'm filming the next month plan with me, like it's okay if this spread is not done yet. I did adding a photo over here. This is something I've been saying I'm gonna do in my memory keeping planner for like years. So I just printed a photo of us in Vieques, Puerto Rico, and added a few stickers from Wonton and a Million, who I think is closing. These were from the Michael sticker books that they did several years ago, and so I thought it would be a nice way to pay homage to the trip. So I'm going to try to do that every month, just one photo a month moving forward, and put it on the dashboard page. Probably not going to decorate this page as much as I have in previous years just because of the placement of the script. If I find things that I want to add to this page, I will add them, but it's not going to be as much of a priority as it was like last year. So yeah, that's what January looks like so far. Like I said, I marked my books over here with like the decorative full boxes, and then with adding the square box in the middle and then adding a piece of deco. I really like how that looks. And I did finish 2 books in January. I feel like I read more in like the first 5 or 6 months of the year, and then like from like August to December, I don't read as much because I'm so busy with work and like the holidays and everything. So I'm like hashing out all of my reading early on in the year. So that is fun. I might add another one to this if I start another book before the month is over. So yeah, we covered pretty much the first 2 weeks of January in my January monthly plan with me because they had already passed. Things that have happened since then, we did go to dinner on our anniversary, but I didn't mark that. I'll mark that in the weekly view. We went and saw Fellowship of the Ring in theaters because the Lord of the Rings movies were in theaters for the 25th anniversary. We watched a wedding video that my husband made from the raw footage of our wedding, as well as When Harry Met Sally after that. So that was fun. We had a crafty day, both my husband and I was setting up my silhouette. He was like 3D printing stuff. So I wanted to mark that. We had a bookstore and cafe date. So we went to a few of our local bookstores and I picked up a bunch of books because I had multiple gift cards from multiple Christmases. And then we went to one of my husband's favorite local cafes. And then I've just been marking the YouTube videos that I've been uploading here as well. So I think I did 1 video this week, 3 videos this week, and then 2 videos the last week of the month. Got to get some maintenance done on the car because there's a couple of weird things going on with it. And then I have to teach online for this day because for some reason, one of the campuses where I teach doesn't have power this week, so they need to fix that. So yeah. I'll fill in these like last 3 days once I figure out like what the end of the month looks like. But let's go ahead and flip the page to February. I'm going to use another Caress Press kit, and I've pulled a few stickers for this over here. This is my ode to Lunar New Year this year. So we've got the full boxes and deco. We've got this lovely scene and icons. The other part of a different scene and some date dots and full boxes, and then the labels and holidays sheet. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so I am going to redate this again. This has the days of the week. I got this without the monthly view on it, but or without the month listed on it, sorry. But it did still come with the days of the week because this is an old format of Caress Press kits. If you don't know, with their monthly kits, you can get it with the days of the week and the month printed on it, or you can get it without, especially on the newer kits. But I like to redate my monthly view starting on a Monday. So the first falls on a Sunday. So Sunday's going to be over here, so I can go ahead and just fill in this whole space here because this whole week we're going to shift that down just 1 gonna make sure that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, cool. I'll have enough space for all that. Sometimes when the month starts on a Sunday, you gotta be careful with where you place or with redating it with a Monday start, because you might run out of boxes. But because February only has 28 days this year, we will have plenty of space, which makes me very happy. This is going down crooked, but whatever. I can live with it. Hopefully you can live with it. I'm just putting down that bottom bar first because it's easier to do that and then stack this on top of there. Happy Lunar New Year if you observe that. I think I've said this many years in a row, but it's not a holiday that like I grew up celebrating unless you count the fact that my elementary school celebrated it because we had a lot of AAPI, not a lot, but like we had a fair few AAPI students. So it's not like one of my family holidays. I am Asian, but I'm Filipino and like I didn't necessarily grow up celebrating it. I think some Filipinos do celebrate it, some don't. It just kind of depends like on your family. But anyway, it always kind of comes up. We have a lot of friends who do celebrate it, so we often get invited to celebrate it with them. So I like observing it in my planner because there's so much great art that comes out every year. Like there's new art for the Year of the Horse that a lot of shops collabed on as a custom this year, so that's awesome to see. I'll probably pick that up. Well, I mean, I guess I'll pick it up next year, even if it still has the Year of the Horse in it. I'm sure I can figure out a way to use it. This one has a Year of the Tiger box in it, which was several years ago, but I'm still using it. I am on the Chinese zodiac, the monkey, which I think the monkey is both on the Chinese zodiac as well as like the general zodiac for other countries that observe Lunar New Year. Let me know what year you are. As a kid, I was never that enthused about being the monkey. I mean, I know they're supposed to be quite smart or something. I forget what the attributes are. But I was like, I want to be the dog or the rabbit or the horse or something cool. Not that monkeys aren't cool, but monkeys do kind of like freak me out. I'm going to be real. Like they're too like us. And that kind of weirds me out sometimes. Am I the only one? Anyway, that went on a tangent. I'm sorry. But yeah, I know this year's the Year of the Horse, and one of my sisters has the Year of the Horse, so I'm kind of jealous of her, if I'm being honest. Okay, so yes, I'm going to hold on to the deco and the full boxes for now. We probably won't put those down in this video, but we can go ahead and get started with everything else. And then we'll see where it takes us. I don't have a gold February script, and I think gold is really the move for this kit and also just for Lunar New Year in general. But I've already used my gold February script. I do have a black script, but I feel like that's not going to be very visible. I guess we can try it and see. I do have the silver one as well, but as we've established, we're using gold for this because like I feel like that's the look. I guess I can put this in. I guess that'll be legible. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this, and I don't even have nails on right now, which is why the nails are very plain right now. I'm giving my nails a break before, I think this weekend that's coming up, I'll probably put some new nails on, but I had my kind of white tropical flower nails on for a bit. I don't know if that's going to be visible, but we're gonna pretend it is. Yeah, I had those white tropical nails on for a while, and every now and then I just like to give my nails a break. The nails I use are like not necessarily bad for my nails, but it is good to give them some breathing room and trim them down and all of that. Alrighty, so the month starts on a Sunday, so I'm gonna white out the numbers for Friday and Saturday. I think someone on my last monthly plan with me pointed out that like I had redated something in a weird way that didn't make sense, and that's totally understandable. Yes, I do redate the planner. So when I'm in the beginning of the month and I haven't laid down like every sticker, it does look a little weird, and there have been times where I've made mistakes and put stickers down on the wrong day. So far lately that's been a little bit better, but yeah, that can happen. Right now I don't have any plans for the first, or really this whole first part of the month. I think the first thing I'm gonna mark is that the Milan Olympics start on the 6th, and then I also have a professional development meeting this day. We were going to meet the week before, but then some stuff came up and then we rescheduled it, and then it turned out we couldn't meet on campus anyway, even if we wanted to, because of the power outage, which is kind of fine. So I'm just gonna take a couple of labels here. I feel like this paper is slightly different than the paper for the last kit, but that would make sense because this is an older format kit, or maybe it's the same and I'm just imagining things. So we're gonna mark the Olympics. That looks crooked, but whatever. I think I'm gonna try more to alternate pattern and solid with this kit because I do think this older format of the kit has fewer labels. So yeah. So for the Olympics, I pulled one of my Itty Bitty Sticker Co. Olympics stickers, which is got the torch and the medal. These are all either Itty Bitty Sticker Co. or Sweet Eva's paper, and if I remember correctly, I think both are drawn by the same artist, if I remember correctly from what Tanya said a long time ago. So Itty Bitty Sticker Co. currently closed. Sweet Eva's paper currently going through like a renovation, so still selling stickers, but like not the same stickers that you'll see in this video. So sorry about that. I don't know what to do to mark my professional development meetings. I am going to have 3 of them this month, which is kind of stacked, but that's fine. I guess I'll start with the alarm clocks, and then we'll just kind of go from there. I'm also doing some like asynchronous professional development this month to get like fully certified to teach online at one of the schools where I teach. So that opens up. Should I mark that? I don't feel like I'm gonna have enough like boxes to mark all these things, so we'll leave it alone for now. The other thing I'll mark is that the Super Bowl is on this Sunday. That might be the only time that I actually mark it because I don't know if I'm really gonna watch it. I'm not really a professional football person. And then also my team, the 49ers, is not playing, even though it's taking place at the 49ers stadium, which is kind of funny. But maybe I'll watch the halftime show or something like that because it does sound like a stacked group of folks. So that's also from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. Monday the 9th, this is with the way I have the date set up, this is going to be a little tricky. Monday the 9th is going to be 3 months till a concert that I'm going to. So let's go ahead and pull one of these. I will definitely put in the dates for the days where I've added labels because I need to keep track of what the heck is going on. So for that concert, I've pulled a Sweet Eva's Paper piano sticker. I thought that would be cute. Oh, that was a loud noise outside. And then Tuesday the 10th is both my husband's birthday, my sister's birthday, and my payday. So lots going on. I feel like we should put down a pattern box to like mark how many things are going on that day. So let's do red. And these are a little, no, actually they fit perfectly into the Sadie Stickers planner. That's the planner I use, FYI. One I've been using for years now. Okay, I like that. So to mark the birthdays, I'm wondering if I should use one of the square boxes Or let's see. I think I'll use this label. Yeah, we'll do that towards the bottom of the day, and then I'll also add a payday flag from the kit. So let us see. I want to kind of make, well, like, do I want to make the paydays stand out, or what is it I'm trying to do? Sure, let's make it stand out. What color? Okay, the date is going to be this golden color, so I'll use like the peach color instead, just to kind of mix things up. I could get out my tweezers for this if I was smart, but we're not going to do that. So yeah, let's use this payday flag. And then we'll use one of these pinky balloons as well. Very cute. I like it. It's probably the best that I've laid out like a monthly box with multiple things going on in a while. I'm gonna put my payday flag back there. I only get paid once a month, so all these payday flags kind of mock me, but I suppose I could mark my husband's paydays, but at the same time I'm kind of like, it affects me, but also like he just like pays the bills with his paycheck, and then like we save mine, so it doesn't make a big difference if I know when he gets paid or not. I know he's taking care of stuff, so yeah. So I'm just gonna put in a few of my dates because I need to keep track of where the heck things are happening. Are you gonna watch the Olympics? Are you gonna watch the Super Bowl? Let me know. Okay, so we got the big birthday. Clover has an important appointment this day. This will be her third echocardiogram. I'm kind of hoping it's the last one, because last year they said if this one is fine, then she doesn't have to have another one for a while, which would be grand. So to mark that, I'm gonna put one of these in. That'll be kind of in the middle of the day. And I'll just use a doctor sticker for that. Let's see. Let's use this color. She's gonna hate it, but she needs it, so she's gonna go. And then I have an appointment this day, but I'm on the wait list to hopefully get an earlier appointment, so I'm not gonna put the sticker down for that. I do have a 4-day weekend this weekend for President's Day. This is like the only place I've worked and lived. This is both my husband and I, where we get 2 holidays for the president's birthdays. I think my theory is that people want to ski that weekend. But we're not big skiers, so like we just have these random days off in February when it's like the weather's not, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not great, so I don't know. Let's see. I'll use this to mark that I don't have class on this Friday. And then I'll use the President's Day script to mark the other day off. The other weird thing is like I get a full like 4-day weekend, like consecutive, and then my husband gets like the 12th and the President's Day. So I think what he's going to try and do, I don't know if he's arranged this yet, but this video will go up probably after he decides this. He's going to try to take like an extra day off for his birthday. So he's going to give himself like a 5-day weekend, I think, if he can manage it. So good for him. I have to go to work on this day though, for sure. So for not having class that day, let's just do a star. And then I'll put in my date. So that'll be the 13th. Maybe it's because of Valentine's Day too. Maybe that's why they like to do this, but Like, I know officially the reasons why are because it's like Washington's and Lincoln's birthdays, but I don't know. It's kind of a lot of random days off. I'm not gonna complain too much, but it's interesting. It's the only place I've lived where you get like 2 days off for something like that. So let me know how it is where you live with like public sector jobs. Okay. This day is Valentine's Day. I don't know what we're gonna do just yet. I want to make sure we celebrate my husband's birthday this weekend. But we also like to celebrate Valentine's Day to some extent. We don't go like wild for Valentine's Day, but we do little cute things just to celebrate, and especially in these times, you need things to celebrate. Yeah, so we'll probably either go out Saturday or Sunday or both to celebrate his birthday as well as Valentine's Day. And then I'll use the President's Day script to mark this day off that we both have together. And then we'll probably, I don't think we'll do anything this day. This will probably just be like a day to get ready for the rest of the week. So, yep, that'll be nice to, I don't have a class on Mondays right now, so this really doesn't make a difference, but I'll take what I can get. And then Lunar New Year is on the 17th, and so is Mardi Gras. So that's kind of interesting that those two holidays line up this year. As a heads up, I'm probably going to not use Instagram for Lent. I'm not the most practicing Catholic right now, but I do think it is worthwhile to fast from something for self-control purposes. And I don't necessarily need that with, like, I don't restrict my food or anything like that, but I think giving up some form of social media is probably good for me. So I did that last year, and I think that was good. So I'm going to do that again this year. So Lent starts pretty early this year on February 18th. So if I disappear in March until Easter, now you know why. Not that anybody really needs to know that, but just as a heads up. So Lunar New Year, let's mark Mardi Gras as well. And then we'll mark Ash Wednesday to demarcate that I should probably get off the Instagram. Okay, that's not the label I wanted to use. Sorry. Let's see, I guess let's use this color. Clover. Clover Kitten is next to me, and she keeps waking up anytime there's a loud, like, car engine. She's very jumpy today for some reason. Let's see. For Mardi Gras, let's use the other set of balloons. Oh, it's kind of funny. The balloons line up here for the birthday and Mardi Gras. And then for Ash Wednesday, let's see. I actually don't know what I'm going to use to mark Ash Wednesday because I have no relevant stickers for it, if I'm being honest. So, yeah. I'll look at the icons that I have over here, but I actually don't know what could be used for it. Let's see. I guess I'll just use an asterisk for it. Okay, and then that will be the 18th. And then I have another meeting on this Friday. I have meetings lots of times, but like this one is kind of out of the ordinary. Oh, and then my husband's going to a concert that night, so maybe I'll use the little movie marquee. I'm not going to the concert, but he is. So let's just put that in because I love that little marquee. I think that's adorable. And then to mark my meeting, let's see. Let's use one of these. And then I'm gonna grab this one as well to mark the meeting on the 27th. But yeah, that's my husband's basically his birthday gift to himself is going to that concert, and a friend agreed to go with him, so that means I don't have to go. I guess I could have gone if I really wanted to. Although he's going to a concert by himself later this year too. It's for an artist that like he doesn't really know anybody who listens to them. Although I think somebody I follow on here mentioned them recently, and I'm like, oh, you can be my husband's friend. Anyway, I don't know. That's a very random tangent, sorry. So this is going to be the 20th. I actually, over time, I end up liking a lot of the music that my husband listens to, but there are some that I'm like, oh, I wouldn't pay money, or I wouldn't have you spend money for me to go see them because I'm not going to get as much out of that experience. And concerts are expensive nowadays, you know, so you gotta kind of pick and choose which ones you really want to go to. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot that I had a Valentine's Day Molly, but we don't really need it because we've got that. So I might add this in later if I write down what we do for Valentine's Day. I forgot about that. Okay, so going back to the meetings, I'm going to use an asterisk for this meeting. No, sorry, we were using the alarm clocks. So we're going to use an alarm clock for this second meeting. Let's just put that there. And then for this one on the 27th, it's the same meeting, but I don't really know what to use for it. I guess we can just do the asterisk. Why not? Okay. I think that might be it. What am I forgetting? Oh, I was going to use this to mark my husband going to a concert. But I feel like the movie marquee speaks for itself. I don't want to like throw off how centered and nice that looks. So that's fine. And then on the 28th will be 6 months till another concert that we're going to together. So let's use this blood red color. And then that'll be everything. And then November. Why do I keep saying like the Burr months for this Plan With Me? I don't know. Oh, and then we have this Black History Month script. We need to use that. So let's put that up here. Because that is important to remember. Very nice. Okay, I'll put down this for this concert countdown. And then I'll put in the 28th. And then I think that's it. I think that might be it. So I love these boxes. They're gorgeous. But I kind of like to leave these types of full boxes on a monthly view. I like to leave them for when I've put down more stuff in the month and I know where I'm really going to have blank space. So yeah, I think that's everything so far. I don't feel the need to white out the rest of the dates just because like these are solid enough, the date dots, that like I'll be able to tell, or they'll cover up the original date just fine. So I'm not too worried about that. I know it looks really bizarre right now with all of these dates, but I promise you, once the month is done, it'll sort itself out. So yeah, here's what's left of the kit so far. Obviously, we've got the washi, we got lots of date squares, 3 full boxes there, 2 more full boxes and square boxes and deco that I'll put in later. I will use these labels especially for marking when I upload YouTube videos. My goal right now is to do 2 videos a week. So far in 2026, we've mostly been on track with that. Even if I make up for it with like having 1 video one week and like 3 videos the next week, that's how we're doing so far. So I've got lots of things left here and then lots of icons as well for whatever else comes up. Comes up, not comes out. Sorry, I always end up filming these types of videos, the monthly plan with me, especially at the end of the day, and like I'm very tired. So let's go ahead and write things in, and then that gives you a little bit more of a picture of what my month ahead looks like. Alrighty, that's how things are going to look at the beginning of the month. I am feeling more confident in this one than I did in the last one, the January plan with me. So yeah, obviously the numbers are like all over the place right now. They will get fixed up as we progress through the month, and then I'll start filling out my sidebar with any books that I read this month and filling in with little things when I upload YouTube videos. But yeah, that's my February 2026. I hope you enjoyed hearing about kind of my plans ahead of time, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.